The Aquinas women's hockey team did not have anything close to a winning record this season.
But they hope that they soon will, thanks to an Olympian and a Team USA Hall of Famer.
Larry Figursky joins us now with more. Larry?
After the school and roster size, the Aquinas women played some pretty tough competition in the CCWHA this season. At 6-22, it was a rough year for the Lady Saints program in the win column, yet one with incredible growth and hope thanks to a gold medalist.
We're going to do a little give and go. The D is going to backpedal. The forward's going to come up and get a tight turn and get a shot.
In her first season at Aquinas College, Lisa Brown-Miller is trying to build not only a team,
I want to try and get into a little more of a physical aspect of the game.
but a program.
There's a shot, she scores!
It is a bit of a challenge. However, I think it's gone great. You know, I came into the season knowing that there would be challenges. We don't have a whole lot of numbers, but, you know, every day is exciting with this team, and I really enjoy working with them. They really, really work hard.
All right, two more.
Yet to the players, she's much more than just a coach.
It's been great. I mean, what she's already done for the program has been awesome, and give it a couple years and I think she can really build something here. It's just great having her on the ice and having her knowledge of the game.
She's an icon.
Stay close. You guys are like moving with each other, okay? All right.
A pioneer who helped create the opportunities these young ladies and so many others can now take advantage of.
It's incredible. Beforehand, we were like looking her up on Wikipedia before the season started and things, and we were just all in awe of her list of things and experiences just on there, and then to hear her talk about it has really been an experience.
Lisa's experience began in the early 1970s when she was just 6 years old. What got you into it?
A neighbor boy was playing hockey, and he was a goalie. And back then, that's when the molded face masks were coming around, and he had the big goalie gear, so that was just cool. So I went home and told my mom and dad that I thought I'd really like to play hockey. And next thing I knew, an interest became a passion.
Now I'm going back in front of the net, and I'm going to pick up Martin. Okay, so this is where your coverage in front of the net starts, okay?
She played on boys' teams as a youngster and joined one of the few Detroit area girls travel programs as a team.
I think I was probably maybe a sophomore or junior in high school when I figured out there was college hockey, and then started, you know, trying to tackle that.
A dream that took her to Providence College in Rhode Island.
I didn't even know if I could play for the team. Like, I just wanted to go and make the team. Whether or not I was going to play, I wasn't sure at that point.
Lisa not only made the team, but played all 4 years. As a senior, she was named the Eastern College Athletic Conference and American Women's Hockey Coaches Association Player of the Year.
As my playing life took its forward path, doors would open.
She spent 5 seasons as the head coach at Princeton, leading the Lady Tigers to 2 Ivy League championships, all while still skating herself.
So I was kind of right at the cusp as doors would open. So when I was done playing college, the first national team was a couple of years later.
She is one of just 3 women to play on 6 different U.S. national teams, and when women's hockey was added to the Olympics for the first time in 1998,
I went to those tryouts and then got invited back to the next tryout and then the next tryouts, and, you know, and then eventually, yeah, made the Olympic team.
And in February of 1998, Lisa and her USA teammates beat favored Canada to win gold in the inaugural Women's Olympic Gold Medal Championship game in Nagano, Japan. What does it mean to represent your country on that kind of a stage?
Yeah, you know, the whole like nostalgia of being an American and, you know, having the USA in your jersey and hearing the anthem, just even speaking about it right now gives me goosebumps. Yeah, you get a real sense of pride of representing your country and wanting to do your country proud, you know, as well as your teammates and your team. So it's the pinnacle of a women's hockey career.
And this past November, shortly after taking over at Aquinas College, Lisa and her USA teammates were inducted into the U.S. Olympic Hall of Fame, with the players voting to have Lisa accept the award and speak on behalf of the team.
It's your family away from family. Like, these people will be a part of a chapter in my life that was, it's unforgettable, and it's retold time and time again. And it is something that we're proud of, because look at where it's taken the program.
And perhaps even more importantly, they've created tons of new opportunities and have been an inspiration to so many girls now in their 20s, 30s, dare I say, approaching their 40s now. So many more opportunities for them.
Remember that team well.
And
that upset over Canada. Nice to see her giving back.
Yeah, and she didn't just move here. She's been in West Michigan for 20 years, so she's one of us now.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Larry.
Yeah.
Thank you, Larry. Make sure